Reading for January 19th. Science of Mind, A Philosophy, a Faith, a Way of Life by Ernest Holmes. Reading from page 46, paragraph 4 through page 48, paragraph 3, using inclusive language.
The principle restated. Let us restate our principle. We are surrounded by an infinite possibility. It is goodness, life, law, and reason. In expressing itself through us, it becomes more fully conscious of its own being. Therefore, it wishes to express through us. As it passes into our being, it automatically becomes the law of our lives. It can pass into expression through us only as we consciously allow it to do so. Therefore, we should have faith in it and its desires and its ability to do for us all that we shall ever need to have done. Since it must pass through our consciousness to operate for us, we must be conscious that it is doing so. The one who wishes to demonstrate some particular good must become conscious of this particular good, if one wishes to experience it. Therefore, we must make our mind receptive to it, and we must do this consciously. There is no hocus pocus in a mental treatment. It is always definite, conscious, concrete, and explicit. We are dealing with an intelligence and should deal with it intelligently. There is no occult trick in giving scientific treatments. It is just the reverse. Simplicity should mark our every effort, and positivity should accompany all statements that we make in the laws of good. The secret already known. A treatment is a statement in the law, embodying the concrete idea of our desires and accompanied by an unqualified faith that the law works for us as we work with it. Let us waste no time looking for the secret of success or the key to happiness. Already the door is open, and whosoever will may enter. Undoubtedly, each of us is now demonstrating our concept of life. But trained thought is far more powerful than untrained, and the one who gives conscious power to their thought should be more careful what they think than the one who does not. The more power we give to our thoughts, the more completely we believe that our thought has power, the more power it will have. Treatment active, not passive. A treatment is an active thing. When we give a treatment, we are not sitting around hoping that something may happen. We are definitely, constructively, actively stating, sensing, knowing some specific good. This is in accord with the principle which we seek to demonstrate. If we give treatments without a definite motive in mind, the most we can accomplish will be to promote a salutary atmosphere. A passive meditation will never produce an active demonstration, any more than an artist can paint a picture by sitting down with their paints but never using them. The mind must conceive before the creative energy can produce. We must supply the avenue through which it can work. It is ready and willing. It is its nature to spring into being through our thought and action. In an iron foundry, the iron pig is thrown into a great furnace and melted. That which was solid becomes liquid and is then poured into molds which are fashioned in different shapes. The iron itself neither knows nor cares what particular form it takes. It is formless, ready to take any form supplied. If we did not place it in the proper molds, the liquid would assume no particular form. This is the way it is in dealing with the subtle energy of spirit. But the molds are made in our own subjective minds, through conscious and specific thought, purpose, and direction. We should be careful not to think that because we make the mold, we make we must create the substance. It already exists. It is part of the life in which we live, a part of the universal energy. Definite molds or concepts create the shape in which to be created from the general liquid. This should prove to us that there is a specific technique in mental treatment which we should not overlook. If we wish a certain good, we must instill in our minds a realization of this specific good. And then, as this idea is the mold we place in mind, it will be filled with the substance necessary for the complete manifestation of this good in our lives. Therefore, if we seek to demonstrate, we must tell ourselves that we have faith in our power, in our ability, in the principle, and in the certainty of the demonstration for which we work. Faith, being a mental attitude, is according to law, and even though we doubt, we can overcome our doubts and create the desired faith definitely. If this were not so, only those who by nature have faith in God could ever hope to understand the principle of science of mind and spirit, which is subject to certain definite, immutable, and impersonal laws. However, even though faith is a necessary attitude, it is something that can always be established by explaining the theory and proving the principle.